Welcome. In this video, we will see authorization. Authorization issue cover a wide array of layers in web application, from the functional authorization of a user to gain access to particular function of the application at the application layer to the database access authorization and least privilege issues at persistence layer. The most common issues are a result of curiosity and also exploitation of vulnerabilities such as SQL injection. For example, a database account used by an application with system or admin access upon which the application was vulnerable to SQL injection would result in higher degree of impact rather than the same vulnerable application with the least privileged database account. Authorization is a key in multi-user environments where user data should be segregated. Different clients or users should not see other clients' data. How to locate the potentially vulnerable code. Business logic errors are key areas in which to look for authorization errors. Areas where authorization checks are performed are worth looking at. Logical conditional cases are areas for examination, such as malformed logic. Here in code you can see, if user equals normal user, grant normal permission, else the user must be admin or super user. Authorization is usually performed using include files that contain access control, validation, and restriction. So usually we'll look for something like include file validate user.inc. Vulnerable patterns for authorization issues. Simple HTTP GET request can uncover hidden links. Obviously, a map on server side should be used to see if one is authorized to perform a task, and we should not rely on graphical user interface hiding buttons and links. Disabling buttons on the client side due to the authorization level of user shall not prevent the user from executing the action relating to the button. Like here, document.form.admin function.disabled equals to true. In a form action, simply saving the page locally and editing disabled is equal to true or disabled is equal to false, adding the absolute form of action. One can proceed to activate the disabled button. The database. The account used by application to access database ensure least privilege is in effect. Like here, ASP.NET web.config, the authorization tag element control ASP.NET URL authorization and the accessibility to gain access to specific folder, pages, and resources by users or web client. Make sure that only authenticated users are authorized to see or visit certain pages. Like here, anonymous users are denied access. User must be authenticated. In Apache 1.3, there is a file called httpd. Access control can be implemented from here in the form of allow or deny directives. Allow from address is the usage where address is the IP address or domain name to apply access to. Check authorization upon every user request. Like this in code it is asking for. And here are tests on authorization. You can take a look. Testing for credential transported over encrypted channel, testing for default credential, testing for weak logout mechanism, testing for bypassing authentication schema, test remember password functionality, testing for browser cache weakness, testing for weak password policy, testing for weak security question or answer, testing for weak password change or reset functionalities, and the last testing for weaker authentication in alternative channel. Just Google search for the names I have mentioned. You'll get lots of resources to carry out the test. That's all. Thank you for watching this video.